Taking a Tums. I was out with Franz tonight. Franz is my number one longest best friend. I have a conflict there. Longest running, closest best friend. How's that? As far as consistency. Only one other person meets second to that. That would be you, Mark, if you ever watch my videos. All right. So I got a couple of messages from you guys when I'm out here having a good time with Franz. And they said, look at the bio guy. He's, whatever, man. I'm just like, whatever. Last minute change. He's hitting on my pool deck area here. Now, I couldn't listen to it because I was out having a good time. But let's listen to this now at this point here at 37:11. Oops.
Told you at the beginning of the video, the 24-inch columns, in my opinion, were there to handle the extra punching shear from the vehicles. Well, you've got 24-inch columns here, you got it here, you got it here. Now, you didn't need it. You didn't need 24-inch columns over here and over here and over here before because you had those beams. But now, without those beams, you've literally got a vehicle sitting right next to a 12-inch by 16-inch spindly.
Do we need to say more? Nah, my man is now. So look, let me tell you about engineers, guys. Engineers, all my life, all the engineers I know, they will tell you, I built this, I built that. And when you ask them, hey, look, how was it putting the tile down? I didn't put any tile down. How was it installing the walls? I didn't install any walls. How about the floors? No floors, no cabinets, no nothing. Engineers are robbers of the hard workers that do the work. Now, that's saved construction engineers. They are not robbers of it. They are actually out there sweating and putting the work in. That's construction engineering. You guys look it up, construction engineering. So I don't mean that for any construction engineers. The other engineers, I don't mean offense to you. You guys are some of you are great. In fact, I'm talking to one now. They're sending me data that we'll do videos on, but I'll keep him private because, frankly, because he can't afford to have his name mentioned in this capacity. Because my name is shit anyway, one way or another. But I'm fair game. But he can't afford to have his name muddied in any capacity. So Josh has opened himself up to muddy his name because he's on YouTube. I opened myself up to be muddied. All right, but the thing about me is you can muddy me a little bit, and I'm like, oh shit, oh, I see your point. So for example, Josh comes over and says, I'm trying to think of a defect of something I've done. All right, so if Josh could see that I did some concrete work the other day, he would find that when I say he would find that it was a little crack between. Say there's a sidewalk like this. This is a driveway, but let's just call it a sidewalk like this here and here. And right between the sidewalk is a crack. Very interesting crack, to say the least. I only know about it. I did not see it. But there's a crack between it doesn't go across the ends. It's in the middle. Well, that's because we had amateur hour working there. And amateur hour, when they pull their boots out, didn't compress the concrete soil. The concrete back into location. And that created that tension when it dried and created a little bit of a weird like line like this. I don't know about it. I only heard about it. The guy showed it to me on a piece. Showed it to me on a piece of paper. And I was like, oh, that's somebody's boot. That literally, when they were walking backwards, they didn't compress the concrete back in, compact it. So that would be interesting. So Josh would be fair game to attack that, going, look, you did that work, and look at that crack there, ha ha ha. And I would say, you're 100% right. I supervised the work to a degree, but not that walkway. In fact, that concrete section there, at that point, I didn't care because amateur hours were presented and I didn't have professional workers. So at that point, I accepted that amateur hour would take place and that the defects from amateur hour would take place also. And that's going to be very interesting. I am going to find that crack. I'm going to do a video of it. I don't know what it looks like. And we're going to see if my theory is correct about boot. In other words, I need to see the sidewalk sort of like this. It's going to be driveway connected, but it will be sidewalk, and then between the two edges, of expansion, if you will. It's going to be a small, I visualize from what the guys told me, maybe, I don't know, I visualize about 6 inch crack. Anyway, after 28 days, we're gonna close that up with some epoxy. I told him, I said, let's just wait 28 days and I'll take a look at it. But I might look at it beforehand and give you guys a video of it.
We've already talked about.
But the point is, I open myself up to learning, to advancing. In this case, it was amateur hour. This is what we have now. This is the problem in the construction industry, that we have professionals that are not professionals. They're just learning as they go, and they're put into the deep end so damn quick. This makes you wonder how many people were thrown into the deep end here. You know, you're thrown into the deep end when you learn how to swim. You're like, hey, look, you can swim in the little 4 foot water. Now I'm going to throw you in the deep end. Let's see how you do. Well, let's look at. So Josh is like the other engineers that state that they built the building. You know, instead of physically building the friggin' building, they're like, oh, I did that. No, you assisted in the idea of how it should be done, but the contractor is the one that actually did the work. Obviously, Josh is not a physical person. He does not present as a physical person. Now he is transing this, right? So I would like to work with the people like Josh's, but I can't, because they attack on my amygdala, because they're obviously watching my data. And then they process it, and then they have a conflict of files. Remember conflict, guys? Remember, let's do this. Let's talk about the amygdala, psychology again. This matters. Psychology matters with everything we do. So over here we have, let's do the text. And I'll get back to the Josh video. I have not heard his voicing on it. I was out. I'm enjoying myself and with my man Franz. And so I couldn't quite get it. So let's see. So data. So now, see, I created a couple of things. So let's grab this data. This matters, guys. This really does matter. So hang with me here. So data, and once it becomes data is nothing. Data means nothing, as I talked to you about. And I said I would do a video on this about conclusive files. All right. So, and oh yeah. So let's correct conclusive. Let's just right click conclusive. And then protect it. I'm going to change this to protect it by bitch. And so bitch is the amygdala, right? The bitch is, you look at the word bitch, is a disagreeable woman. And I'm sorry for women out there. I don't mean to attack a woman at all. It's just the word bitch. And we all have it as men too. So I'm not referring to whatever. I'm trying to put quotes on this damn thing. Really? Let's see if I go over here. And so this is what I mean by bitch. And this will be /tag, let's see here, and see if I can go over to the right a little bit. Apparently I cannot. So it's protected by the amygdala. The amygdala is a little bitch. Little punk ass bitch. Alright, so sorry for the non-spacing here. You got to deal with me with my state of mind. All right, so, and I'm enjoying myself. It's it's a very rare opportunity. And Franz dragged my ass out. You guys know Franz. I'm gonna out him. Franz is the guy that showed up my window. You guys don't see it, with his friggin' dick out, and showed himself through the window. When I looked up, I'm like, ah, really? I'm like, thanks. That's what I needed to put in my mind. So anyway, so Franz is a great friend of mine, and he's also apparently some type of a non-closet flasher. Franz, you watching this, you can appreciate that. He doesn't give a shit anyway. So anyway, so data is just files, right? They don't mean shit. They don't mean anything. All right. So Josh here is running data, right? And he's doing whatever he's doing. He's circling the wagons. He's coming up with bullshit. So finally, Josh comes over. Let's say he comes over to my channel. He sees my data and he says, oh, fuck, it makes sense. I can make a conclusive file with that. That's fucking great. But then Josh, instead of giving me credit, he says, fuck it, I'll just take it. Like the other engineers, I'll just say, I built that building. So now he's building a building, all right? So it's now his fucking conclusive file. Why does he do that? Because he made it because it would be attack on his amygdala, that he didn't come up with the idea that that is being shared. And that's because he doesn't have a file that allows him to allow other people to make inclusive files. I dealt with a job the other day. This is only yesterday. It needs some lead room for a doctor's office, a radiation room. Now, I fall under the engineer that's doing hold on, let me get you the engineer. That's the, shit. Well, let's just call him a radiation engineer, all right? So I fall under him. I'm following his guidance. Now, he's way out in California. So I follow him. I talk to him on the phone. We talk back and forth. He tells me how he wants to see it. I then submit videos to him and say, look, what do you think? I also debate back and forth about how he'd like to see it, how he would like to see it to confirm it. I don't fight with him, just debate as far as, look, am I getting this wrong? Do you want it like this, this, and this? Yes. Is your intent this, this, and this? Yes. All right, good. So I open up my files, accept whatever his intent is. I don't make an inclusive file that it can't be, it must be this way. So my contractor that I have there decided that, let's call this the wall, right? So let's do this as the wall. Oh, shit, I hope he's not watching. No offense to you. No offense to you at all. You have to realize that, my Megala file, I just presenting this. So if you're watching me, closetly watching me, I apologize. It's not intended to offend you, and I know you're a strong man that you can understand this. Well, you can understand that I don't want to offend you. All right, so the radiation drop-off is in its capacity. The radiation is, let's kill that. The radiation drop-off is this way, right? So the radiation is, right, coming from where the back of this arrow is. The drop-off makes it to this point. That means this wall does not need radiation protection. It drops off. You don't need a lead door, etc. The contractor has decided that this needs to be done. He's got a conclusive file. I did this before at another job. This has to be done. This area here has to be done. All right, so I'm like, all right, whatever. If you got enough lead, you want to put it over there, I'm okay with it. Do it. I don't care. I won't fight you on that. If you want to do the extra work, you got one contract, one amount. If you think that it belongs there, no harm, no foul. Put the damn lead there. But also the drywall guy's now it's going to cost more money for drywall to cover your lead. So that's kind of the harm of that, if you will. But I'll walk him through that because I'll teach him that on a three-way phone call or image that not me, I'll triangulation. This is narcissist way of triangulation, meaning using a third person to prove your point. In this case, I'm using the real physicist is what I was looking for. Is that will say that no, that wall is got drop off. It is not needed. I'm the one that certifies this structure. No, I already contacted the municipality. They will not be inspecting for lead. They will not take that dive. They consider it a medical piece of equipment, and they will not go into that version of it. I already talked to them about that. So I need my approval from the physicists. All right. So now I'm able to accept that this person has the skill set that I do not have. I love it. I accept it. I love working with them. I've already made files, data that I love working with them. Not that I need to be superior or equal to them. I am not equal to this person. They are superior to me in their knowledge with radiation drop-off and their machinery that they want to use. Totally superior. I accept that. All right. I do other videos where I share from other professors that, I'm not a professor, but you guys call me such. So other real professors that are stating that, yeah, you can share my data. And I love them for it, and I share their data. All right, when I like some of their thing, I forget the guy from India, the guy's name, but I wish I could, DePaul or something like that. So I like his data. He said, yeah, share it, please, as long as we get it out there. That's the point, as long as we get it out there. Now, Josh, on the other hand, has a issue with wanting to not recognize it belongs to someone else. I recognize that it belongs to, I think it's DePaul or something like that. I recognize that the data I'm sharing with you belongs to him. I recognize the data I'm sharing with you about the x-ray room belongs to the x-ray guy. I don't want to say his name. I do know it. And so I'm not robbing him. I'm just saying that he didn't give me permission to blow his name up, so I won't blow it up. So I recognize these guys. I have no conclusive file that says I must be the genius behind it. I just want to be the genius behind, for anything, for egotistical reasons or whatever you may say, the amygdala. Because I worked so fucking hard all my life with mental psychology stuff to figure out the human brain, only to find out it's so simple that I discover that it's the amygdala. That we get all our data first to the amygdala. From the amygdala, if the amygdala, it's something you own. So the amygdala is a petty bitch. It protects anything. So let me go text. Text. Sorry about the double text. Protects anything. And yes, I apologize for the capital letters. I'm not screaming. I'm just emphasizing. Anything we own. And that's what I'm never screaming to you guys. If I'm screaming, it's the exclamation point. So that's anything we own. That's what the amygdala does. Anything we own. Anything we own and someone fucks with it, we have no choice but to protect it. Hey, Georgie, I know you're watching. Georgie's right to the right of me, guys. I wish I could show you him. He's waiting patiently. It's 12:07. He wants me to go to bed, I think. Georgie's my love. My love. Yes, I'm giving him some lovies, guys. Give me a second here, because Georgie, the video's nice, but you know what? This is quality of life stuff. And Georgie needs loving. And this is more important than the video at this point. All right, let's talk about the video in a second. Georgie's still leaning into my hand, so I don't want to disrespect him by doing two things, but I'll talk to you if I do it. Good boy, Georgie. Stand tight. All right. So now Josh comes forward, and lo and behold, Georgie's making a move for the computer screen, the area here. Let me make room for him. Hold on, guys. I got to make room for him by the computer. I don't mind petting him while we talk. All right, good boy, George. Hold on, guys. Let me pick up something I dropped. Good boy. Good boy, Georgie. Good boy, Georgie. So Josh can't accept that he's not the super engineer. All right? So that's okay. That's the thing. I'm not. So to cancel out any amygdala super ego thing, I cancel out immediately. I am not a super engineer. All right. So there's some beautiful people out there. One of them one of you guys sent me a link to it. I'll give you away a little tip. It's about, and I don't know what he knew what he was sending me, but yes, I researched it. It was beautiful. The guy is actually a reporter of a type, and he does a bridge that spans one of these waterways. And what the guy does, this engineer never makes it down to bedrock. Never. But he uses the root technique. I'm giving away hints to the guy that actually, this is like a private message, if you will. And yes, so I do know about that video. I knew about it before you sent it to me, and I just love it. Now, incidentally, before his video, I already experimented with something like that in with my wall system. And then I went to research it to see if someone else had it, because I'm going to try to patent it, tell you frankly. Turns out one guy beat me to it. That's all it takes is one guy. I was going to patent the damn thing. And so one guy beat me to it. It appears like it's not patent, but I don't give a shit. It belongs to him, not me. He did it in such a capacity that's it's awesome. I maybe we'll go over that video one day. But let's talk about that. So this was psychology and how it deals with everything, and especially engineers. Engineers are not. They have the most, along with doctors and a few other people, have the most issues with fucking everything, I guess. But let's go. And I know quite a few engineers, guys, and I don't know any engineer that talks like me. All of them want to own something. Look what I did. Look what I did. Down to, I got to be careful here because many engineers I know personally, so I can't say down to. I'll just say, because it was too specific on that one. They want to own every single thing about the job site. I did it. And it's amazing to the smallest detail that they want to own. And that's if you could get into that person's head as a child, you see they need recognition. Sure, I'll take recognition for the defects of this and many other ones that I discover. I'll take it, but this, if I can trade it, I'll trade it for the amygdala. I'll trade it all for the amygdala. I can die happily if everyone comes over to the amygdala theory. And I had many neuroscientists follow me on this, and I took many bets. And then Twitter kicked me off because I made a mistake showing how the amygdala works with transgender and stuff like that. I crossed the line, and Twitter decided I crossed the line with Twitter. They decided that was hurtful speech, my amygdala theory. I'm like, really? So he bounced me out of there, and that ended that special channel I created for the amygdala. All right, but nobody was trying to debunk me in there. No neuroscientist was trying to debunk me. They all found it amazing. Psychiatrists were following me. They all found it amazing. All right, so here we go. Let's see what he says. I really didn't listen to it. I only saw it at the loud background. I was in a loud background, so I could only see that he's tracing out my parking garage. He's talking about tributary areas now. Let's see. Pause, play. Well, that's, oh, because I'm in recording. Oh, shit. Can I play this in recording? What am I doing? Oh, because I took a screenshot, so he's actually out here then. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get out. Let me save the screen. Hey, Bruce, Georgie. Georgie's all on me still, just so you guys know. All right, here we go.
Slab is overloaded, and that slab is overloaded, by the way, without considering vehicular loads and without considering these planter box loads. So now you've got this area of the slab that we're looking at here that is significantly overloaded now. Now, we're not talking...
All right, so I really don't need to hear more. I wish I could, you can't, amygdala, right? Remember the amygdala? I'll never be able to make nice with this guy because his amygdala will never let him accept that he's robbing and using robbing data, right? So it's interesting. I saw it. I'm going to bounce off for a second. This video on cars that in United Emirates, all these abandoned supercars. You guys can look it up. Abandoned supercars in a desert. And I'm like, you know what? You got me. So I looked at it, and it basically said that in the United Emirates, they consider if you don't pay your loan, your mortgage, your loan on your car, it's theft. And so you go to jail for theft. Not that you can say that your car, that whatever. No, you agreed to the loan. You agreed to it. It's theft. So people drive their cars, the guy stated, out to the desert, and he showed a nice little man jump out of the car. Sorry, I lost my breath. Jump out of the car and then run in the desert. It's kind of cute, his animation. Running it for the borders to get away. And that's where you get these abandoned supercars in United Emirates. You guys can Google that on your own if you want in YouTube. And it was very interesting. And, because of COVID, shoot, I shouldn't have said the name, the C word. So they took off. They lost their jobs and all that. So you're never going to be able to change someone's mind if they think it's okay to steal your data without giving you recognition. And how do I know that? Well, he apparently doesn't give recognition to his new source, his epiphany that just happened. His epiphany happened on August 13th. I think he's behind the ball, and he's trying to get in front of the ball now on his channel. And I've been shadow banned, so he gets 14,000 views, and he's going to be pushed up ahead of me, obviously, and look like the presenter of this data. Also Washington, whatever they call it. I'm looking at Georgie hit the SD card. That's my SD card, Georgie. It's in the computer. The Washington Post, or whatever, Washington Journal, whatever the hell it's called. That person communicated with me about some data. I shared it with him. Obviously, he's watching my data on there, and then he shopped. And some of the words he used, expert, I believe he's talking about me, but he left it out. He left out my communication. Do I feel robbed about that? In a certain way I do, but you guys already gave me recognition on that because you said, look, it's exactly what you're saying. Yes, exactly what I'm saying. But none of them are saying BMA. Now we get this guy talking about basically BMAs. Let's go.
We're talking about 100% loader. We're talking
I saw a flash of it when I was at the location I was at.
It's got vehicles.
Right there.
You've got these spindly 12 by 16 inch columns with no...
Let's go right here with it. Let's see.
Inside the parking garage, and you look up, you should be able to see that 18 inch.
Yeah, this is it. He's showing my BMA. My BMA. Oh, he circled it. My BM. What are you doing, Georgie? You want in there? Hold on, guys. We got to do poly life. There's nothing but a rubber in there, dude. Well, not a condom, guys. It's a rubber for a. It's a foot. It's a foot for a. Actually, that's a foot for a generator. Go ahead. You want to play with it? Play with it. Otherwise, it's going back in there. I feel good. Now you can try to get it open. So, all right. Well, damn, I didn't mean it, Georgie. I was only shitting with you. There you go. There's a separate, and now there's the box. I'm sorry, guys. I'm experimenting now. Now I'm giving a plastic empty box. Oh, and he still went with the empty box. Georgie, it's empty, dude. Open. Hold on, guys. Let me see. I'm learning. Georgie, it's open. All right, so I open the plastic container for him. All right, so he wanted it open. He had a conclusive file that container must be open. And he's still trying to open it, yet it's open. Georgie, it's open, dude. It's our amygdala. Cats have amygdalas too. We have amygdalas, and it does stupid stuff like Georgie's doing now. It's not his fault. George is not stupid. But it's the amygdala. It's the conclusive file. I talked to a guy tonight that wants his wife back. And he said, I'm going to get it back. And so I told him how to do it, basically, is that you got to give her files that will present. All right, so now we look at Josh, and Josh is obviously showing my BMAs, the old data. All right, so I don't need to see the rest of this. This is clearly what it represents, all right? Pre and that, and he's using his version of it. Let's see, does it give me friggin' compliments? Does somebody even say that it belongs to me? Let me see. Excellent analysis, precisely the Struxy critique of the as-built. Yet another fascinating presentation. So this all this shit's an attack on me, but it's not an attack if I think about it, because this person, I never saw Stuart Malin, whatever, on my channel. Let's confirm that. Let's go to his channel, videos, playlist. All right, I can't even tell what he subscribed to. So then I never even seen the Stuart Malin on my channel. So I need to chill the fuck out and realize that they're not attacking me. This is the amygdala. That's how petty the fuck it is. All right, the amygdala is petty. It's like, Stuart, this belongs to me, Stuart. You can't give him credit. This is the amygdala. I am not superior to the amygdala problem. This is the amygdala that the creators gave us. There's a nasty piece of POS. It really is, the amygdala. It's too excessive. It's too nasty. Let's see if what I'm looking for is if somebody says, hey, yo, dude, that damn Kai guy already called this out. But not one of you followers, but somebody else. Not a regular follower. I need validation from a new person. Love your work, blah, 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 blah. Josh. Oh, so Jeff is over here hawking. You said you could not find the planters in 1970 drawing. I have the answer for you. I had mentioned in a few of the videos in July. HOA had a contract to come in 1996, add the extra planters as well as the palm trees. Oh, whatever, man. Let's see if he replies to him. Love your videos, giveaways, sir. Love your videos and giveaways, sir. Keep up the great work. Giveaways. So I now learned that he gives away a lot of tools. That's why a lot of guys watch him. All right, so we go to the 5-minute mark. Let's see, Josh, you said you cannot find the planters in the 79 drawings.
And in the triangle. The other thing that I thought was interesting was that the planters out on the property are not actually built to any plan that I could find. Maybe I missed it, but I went through the drawings several times and I couldn't find a drawing.
So now I'm going to keep an open mind, and he's looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, the drawings. Now this guy, he's dead. So I hate dead people I think should, almost, die saints almost, right? Because who gives a shit? They're dead now. Don't beat them up while they're dead. So this is 1978, 79. I theorize that this was a big party drug time because this guy, I can find in his drawings where, Josh, if you're fucking copying me, at least you can pay attention. That I can find 12-foot elevations on his deck. I can find 11, 10. I can find multiple levels of this deck. And so, so what, you can't find the planters here, even though they present right here. And at this time, with that guy scanning it, and you are saying it at that point, isn't he?
And in the triangle. The other thing that I thought was interesting was that the planters out on the property are not actually built to any plan that I could find.
All right, so we'll just give him a pass on that because clearly he's looking at the planters. Even I will give a pass on that, saying, you know what, keep looking. They're there. The planters are there. You're not diving deep enough. This says pool deck. You're not looking at the pool in there. These plans are something else. So even I may dislike this guy, but I leave open my bias that I dislike him, so I don't just attack him across the board 100%. I state that in this case, all right, you said you couldn't find it. Fair enough. Keep looking. You will find the planters up here, even though your overlay could be a mistake because your overlay actually shows the planters in the elevated deck. Okay, scene stealer giveaway. Scene stealer giveaway. I'm talking to another engineer. He told me not to divulge his name, so I won't divulge him. But it's interesting. He's sending me a lot of images. We'll go over his images. All right. He is a forensic guy. I saw his real website. Their website. There's a company. They work in multiple states. Interesting the way they do their forensics. I kind of not hating on it, biasedly so. But him and I talked tonight over the phone, and I know it's 12:22 a.m. now, but we talked early tonight. And I liked it, and I was trying to give him some heads up on some stuff to give him our load path failure. And I'm going to give you guys the sneak preview, which this guy is going to be peeking on, which he will be just taking my data, which I feel like I'm being robbed. So that's the attack on the amygdala. When somebody takes something that you own, you feel like you've been posted in the keister. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean by, I don't want to get sanctioned, so I'm talking code here. Posted in the keister. So you guys figure that out. So the giveaway is that there's a 12-foot non-elevation. What? I already gave it away before. Is this solid materials? Solid materials, because I need to get past, so I'll tell you where I need to go, and then I'll do this in another video. So I'm going to sort of wrap this video up with my teaser for you guys. How do we get past this shear plane? This is a shear plane right here. KLM is a shear plane. If the deck was to drape and start falling apart, it would run up to KLM first. And they're pretty stable. They got reinforcement behind them with BMAs, right behind them. They're like rock solid. They're like me with a new girl, rock solid. Actually, kind of intimidated by a new girl. So the second time out. All right. So this is like me with the second time out with a new girl, rock solid. So these are rock solid. Yes, I did say that stuff. And so we get our first primary failure, I think, stopping at KLM. And the reinforced deck proportions here stop this son of a gun. Now, that's my tip. I want you guys to run with it in the comments from this point. I want you to run with this from the comments. And I'll give you the tip. We want to give the next level of failure. Tell me how the next failure level happens. Oh, I said to the engineer I would give him a little tip. So, and I don't mean my Jimmy Jammy. I mean, I know you guys, it helps you remember. That's why I talk that filthiness. And besides, I don't mind talking filthiness. I don't give a shit about that. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Okay, here we go. Images. Okay, so here's theft time for you thievers out there, you other engineers out there want to watch my content. Let me see if I can fast forward through these. Okay, I'll tell you this. When we get our redirect, on that deck. There's our redirect, right? It already shows you that it's already failed in that capacity. All right, let's just move on. I feel in a giving mood tonight. I don't feel like in a riddle mood, but a little bit in a riddle mood. I'm always in a riddle mood. Guy told me tonight 5 penny joke, gave me 5 pennies, and it was very interesting. I'll forget it by tomorrow. I don't give a shit. This is the one I show you why the supports underneath on top of this little pure cat base system they made. Okay, back to that one. That is pretty much plumb. It presents as out of plumb to you guys because it's deteriorated. So I know you guys says leaning over. It's leaning over. I want you to look at the back side of this. Do you see it fractured? Remember, if it leans over, it's going to be compression on the side. You're going to see fractures. I don't see that really. That's just probably a secondary damage from the removal process. Biasly so that I state that. When I say probably, that's obviously biased because I did not see them remove it. So once you understand the bias process, you could say, oh, I see spalling seal. Okay, I told the guy I would give him this, my engineer man, my new engineer man, and I can't expose his name. I said I would give him a little treat. Let's give him the treat. And I'll text him with the treat. I don't know his name on YouTube, so that's interesting. So I don't know who it is. I have a feeling it might be one person. But I want you to first look at this shrubbery here, the layout. So it looks like that, staggers in, and then steps out, and there's like a lawn here, and then steps over there. Okay, memorize that. I gotta go through these images here. Yes, someone's gonna pause it and try to make a whole video of it. Whatever, dude. You're still falling behind me by a million miles. Oh yeah, my boy Josh here, right? He did this already in this video. I saw 3 things because somebody sent me the link of the timeline of that one, and I was like, son of a gun. I was like, you know what? I'm so used to getting robbed now that I'm like, okay, this is what you guys think it presents as at a plumb. Remember, I told you in photography, it's everything to the right is distorted. So this is not at a plumb. It's just presents is not at a plumb to me. It's just the lens distortion. Don't worry about it. All the cameras suffer from it, even this little damn Polaroid. All right, so don't get excited about. Be careful. You want to make sure that you have the original and you're looking in the center. The center has the least amount of distortion. For example, this has been moved to a new yard, so I can say, oh yeah, this had a deflection and it burst this, spalled this concrete. I cannot say that. It's at a new yard location, so no. It's not its original point. So no and hell no. It went on the truck, then it went off the truck. It's multiple movements in there, so that fractures could have been created then. Here you see the dip, and this is also approximately where our line is, where the deck folds upwards. And so, we can use that as the data for that. Now let's go to, So interesting, this is one of the photographs that the Washington Post guy wrote me about. One of them, and I informed him that, look, you're barking up the wrong tree. That's an old hurricane video. There's nothing there. There's an old presents as an old glass wall, the jacuzzi, the pots. I said, that's like 1979 or some shit, whatever it is. I said, don't use that data. And did I get even a thank you back from that after that? Not, oh, cool, thank you. I got not even a smooch on the cheek like what's his name? A Cuomo. I didn't even get a Cuomo kiss. You know what I mean? I got straight shaft on that. So that's what I think of you got to be careful how you burn your bridges. You got to come back around in a circle. You burn the bridge with me. So you come back around in a circle. I'm like, you're the person, I'm going to say guy. You're the guy in your team that burned me last time with your Wall Street Journal post with no accreditations towards me. So, you know what? I got no data for you. So next time you come around, I might do a special video just burning the guy, because he didn't give me credit. I didn't get any credit for it, no conversation, no nothing else. You're obviously watching my videos, you obviously gather my data, and then you use triangulation going to grab other people to support your data. But you didn't show where they said it first, before I said die. I know. Look, guys, I know I'm giving away some good thumbnails there. We'll get to these thumbnails. I know whatever name is probably greasing his pants to present this first, both of them. Josh and the other guy watching this, greasing their pants to try to get their promotion. I just want the real data out there. Remember, amygdala is what I care about. The guys are just asshole wannabes. And the rest of you guys are really, like the engineers that call me. Tom, for example, Tom really wants to know. Tom has really some skin in the game with a few of his things. He makes it clear that the condo board stuff, this is not something light to Tom, for example. And I respect that for Tom, and I try to give him data as much as I can. Somebody asked, how can I go over this joint again, how it came apart? I have a piece of metal that shows a smaller version of this. I will show it to you. This is probably made of a wooden version. I made them back in the day out of wood. We use a wooden form, and okay. So you would use a wooden form, and let's just show you real quickly a fast run up of this. So let's just say this is a piece of 2 by 12 right here, right? This is 2 by 12. You chop it down to the whatever height you want. And then over here, you would make this keyway, that keyway there. And the keyway would be, oops, sorry for the delete. So the keyway would look like that. You make it out of 2 by 4, you mount it on there, you screw it on there, you grease it up. That's it. That's a 2 by lumber. That's that. You support it, you brace it there, you pour the concrete up to it. That when you pull this away, this keyway is left. It's a keyway, and it's just a vertical keyway. It's as simple as that. Don't get excited about it. Cancel. Oh shit. It wants to save. I didn't know I'd made any changes in it. Don't save. All right. So we talked about that already. And there's my BMA stuff. All right, so where the hell is that one? I said I'd give him the flower pot deal for a little bonus tonight. I told him I said I would give him the flower pot. Flower pot is key. He knows what it means. To see if you guys can run with it. I don't know if it's in this file over here or not. I don't know where I put it. I got so much data to share with you guys. There's a camera in the garage. All right, so there's a camera in the garage. You know, will we see it? Probably not. All right, so yeah, that's the other video. This is very critical. This area here, by the doorway, some of the materials fell down. Would it be enough to cause puncturing on this side, secondarily collapsing? Just a thought. I'll get back to that another time. We don't need to go. Don't go down that rabbit hole right this time, please. All right, so let's try desktop. Let's see if it's over here. Oh, that's YouTube saying, we're fucking you. We're working on your channel. We don't know what's going on. I see you shadow banning me. They were like, oh, what chat? They didn't even say what shadow banning is, rather. They were like, whatever. I wanted to talk about this guy here. He's, I like to work with him. So far, he's not stealing data. He's just trying to present. Oh, I don't know if he's stealing data or not, but anyway, so that's the bile thing. I already went over this stuff. All right, so I don't know what the hell is the image is, but here again is the control joint going down, construction joint rather. Control joint is just a cut in the concrete that will make the concrete dimensions smaller, so it's going to crack at a location. This construction joint, this is a full joint all the way through. That's the difference. I know I call it a control joint a couple of times. That's my dead crush, I call it. I leave it there. It's nice to run across. It's a nice, pleasant treat to me. Where's my darn... Don't worry about some of the screenshots. Don't try to analyze me. You'll waste your energy. I'll just tell you if you just ask me. I'm not a closed book. All right? I'm not a closed book like that. I don't care what you really think. Is this my man? Yeah. I wish I had more of them. Look up this guy here. I think this is the professor that says I can share his data. His channel has grown. Good for him. No, that's the other Twilight Zone one. That one's a good one. Still Valley, it's called. I know you guys like some of that stuff. Okay, so much for that. I don't know where the hell that image is. I'll run across it and I'll get it. I guess I'll get it to you. Downloads? I don't want to open these downloads because some of them might be... That was a screenshot. Yeah, that's stock stuff. Stock. Don't buy this stock. Or you can buy it if you want to. Shit, that would help me out. Don't waste your energy. Don't analyze. Don't attempt to analyze it. Ask me first, and I'll tell you what it is. Don't try to outdo it. I'll tell you what it is first. So please don't try to be slick because you'll fail. Don't try to make a conclusive file on that data. It's not what you may think. I save stuff that have nothing to do with nothing sometimes. And then I go back and look at it later. Yeah, so the flower pot. Shit, where is my flower pot? I said I'd give you the flower pot. Looks like you get the shaft instead. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I know where it is. It's somewhere else. But let me see. Look, guys. I saw that BMA thing. Let's see. Let me scrub. Because I only saw it on my cell phone. I didn't I didn't listen to his content. You guys can listen to it. Oh, wait a minute. There's something interesting.
And a height span of about 20 feet, roughly. Even though they have this higher height, they're super tall now instead of being braced every floor.
All right, I already talked about this slenderness factor, all right? As the engineer tonight talked about. You mean the Euler-Buckler formula? I said, yeah, we're not going to do that to the viewers here. We're going to talk about slenderness factor, which is also something they can research and understand a lot more cleaner. So we're not going to confuse them with that stuff. Oh, he's at end. Let's see.
It's only a 12-inch by 16-inch column. And I actually went back into the garage walkthrough video, and they're kind of far off in the distance from where the person recording the video was standing, but you can actually see that those are actually rectangular columns.
I thought I saw my step down in that video. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now all of a sudden, he's dealing with the drop slab detail that I've been working on for forever with you guys, for over a month. All right, so now he's coming around. So what do we do? What do we do here? Do we say that, oh, you're a genius? You're a genius. You went from post-tension failure to that it was in the roof 100% to it's now to where Kai says it is? I mean, what do we do with that? How do you reconcile that? He's now making it look like it's just a rational, a new epiphany. This is just weird shit here, man. This is just fucking theft is what I call it. I hope I don't curse too much. I apologize for cursing. I should have used something else. Let me look at the comments here. There's the jack off. I mean Jeff's off. Love your videos, giveaway, sir. There's also in all that, let's just say. All right, so he's just saying that to get some promotion on this guy's channel. He should get the hell off it. He was on mine. I blocked him. Marked him. He drove from his home to Michigan. Blah blah blah. His personal story. Got it. Hey, I wonder if I can search this on here. Okay, one person says BMA. Where is it? It's right here because I tapped it and it should be in here. Oh. It's me over here. Okay, the construction engineering and failure analysis is me over here in the side deal 15 hours ago. And dude, we don't have a timeline on this, do we? 2 hours ago, he posted this. All right, so I thank you guys for sharing this data. And yes, we now have a puppy trailing along behind us that has no problem claiming it and not sharing that he didn't come up with this because this guy is the same guy. Let's go over here. This is the same. So I'm in Brave. So let's go to this one. So this is the same guy. So this will be under cross your channel. This will be post tension. So this would be the same guy over here. So yeah, I'll tell the truth. It's the same guy who changes the post tension failure right here. So let's make it clear that I have no deference, no love for this character that wants to say it's post tension failure from the roof and then go from 1,700. And he spends all his time to go from 1,777 subscribers. So initially, it was around 800 subscribers he had, and everybody kept writing me, "You got to listen to this engineer. He just says he's a forensic engineer. He says it's post tension failure." You guys beat me up enough where I did a reaction video to him saying he's full of shit. You know, he's a babe in the woods and he's full of shit. What caused the collapse? He actually says what caused the collapse. And 55,000 views at 1,777 subscribers. He let that shit go up to 35,000 subscribers before pulling down this video.
I'm going to pull those up now. We can kind of go through them. But the first image is actually going to be of the... Oh, hold on. I think I switched over.
Come on. Sorry, guys. I thought it was faster than that. There we go.
Alright, so the first image is of the building that is remaining, and you can see these lines in the ceiling.
Okay, I gotta stop you. You see, he's referencing the lines in the ceiling.
These vertical like stripes. That is where the PT cables actually blew the concrete out.
So he's saying post-tension cables blew the concrete cable out. Now, if you go to the rest of the video, he makes it very clear in his video that I watched, because you guys beat me up for some time. Now, some of you guys should be honest and say, "Oh, it was me, I was the one," or maybe I deleted most of you, I don't know. But you should be honest and say, "Yeah, that was me, I remember when he said that." Because I find it weird that a lot of you guys a lot of people came pushing over here, and then all of a sudden just poofed. When I did my reactionary video, you guys went to the wind. But he said, post-tension cables are right here, it's mid-span, it locks in over here, all this other crap he was running. And it was all the roof failure, etc., and all this other crap. All right, let's just jump into it now. Let me debunk them real quickly for you guys. And etc., and all this other crap. Further than that, he does, where the hell is the drawing? Tension more than likely connected, and etc., and all this other crap. So look, you guys don't have to trust me. You can go there and say, "Hey, yo, dude, did you say that the building collapsed because of post-tension failure of the roof? The post-tension failed in zone 1. You can take a screenshot of this, and send it to him and say, "Yo, dude, is this the video where you said that the post-tension failed on June 26th? That the post-tension failed in the roof?" Ask him. And you see what dude says. Because now dude is all over my ass now, stealing my data. I bust my ass with you guys, trying to slowly work your way up to it. And then he comes in and stealing it for the win, if you will. I still got a lot of data to give you guys before I give you the win. You know, the goalpost. You're almost there, but I still got to give you a couple of more pieces. We already went over tributary areas. We went over critical shear areas. We went over the beam areas. And then, Jamie, back off on that damn H-beam thing, man. Look, it presents as what it presents in the drawings. You're trying to pick on something that doesn't. That's ridiculous, Jamie. You pay attention here. I'm showing the drawings as they were before, as you see to the left. So, by you saying that there's no post there, all right, that doesn't make sense. I'm presenting the drawings as they were before. But if you take your time and go back and look at the failure, you'll see that there is a column located at X place. I'm using X because that's what the Papa Smurf does. So don't trust me. Go back and look at find the images and look at X, Jamie. All right, you're doing good, but you know I'm going to kick your ass too. You know I don't have to be sweet to you, so you get an ass kicking for that. There's your ass kicking now. So what? This is like somebody representing you present a video and then somebody represents your video. It's kind of freaky is what I'm driving at here. You guys know I presented this video just yesterday on 2 channels, or maybe one on today and one on the yesterday's channel, and many times over and over again about BMAs. And now I feel like it's freaky, man. There's somebody else coming along and saying, look what I found. You're like, yo, dude, you know, it's already presented. But he's acting like it's like that damn Jeff Soft is watching the content. So you guys saw me present it multiple times about the right here, the BMAs. I mean, over and over and over and over again that I presented it, including back here on July 30th where I presented showing the BMAs. BMA not present, where I show the overlays. You guys can find video after video on this. All right, I'm ending this video. I'm loading it up. It's a reactionary video. It's fair game. It's fair use. And I welcome Josh to challenge me on his data one-on-one in a live video. I welcome Jeff Soft to challenge me. I welcome any engineer to challenge me. And the thing about it is the challenge is you guys come out of the winner. Because if they find something that I don't see, then we're like, oh shit, look at that. We both will agree to it because I don't have an amygdala that will allow. I make sure my amygdala will not allow a lock-in. I fight it left and right on stuff like this, that you will allow new data. So if a camera video shows up and shows that the building collapsed first and then the deck, I accept that and say the witnesses lied. All right, that's it. Case closed. I said it's been burned, suckered, or whatever. The witnesses lied, but they didn't lie on purpose because they wouldn't have a reason to lie on purpose. I would say that they, something psychologically happened in them. And it was mass hallucination between the 2 of them because there's only 2 of them talking. The daughter's not really stating a perspective on the collapse issue besides her clothes and robe. But the mother states she sees it from the lobby. The son says he sees it from the outside or represents that he sees it from the outside. So I would just say, okay, the video shows it collapse from the building and then the deck. All right, that works for me. I will accept that. The building collapses. It works its way out, turns to the right, and collapses the deck. I would accept that. It can go either direction. In fact, if there were no witnesses, I would work that direction. I would work from building collapse this direction, and I would look for a column in a video, and I would call it probably M that buckled. Once we have the witnesses state that this happened, I got to work from this way backwards, and that's when I come up with deck ledger failure. And now I have to work with getting past and that damn thieving Josh. Don't steal my shit. Don't steal my shit. I'm working past, guys, so you know, I'm working past with the videos that get you past the BMAs. They go from the pool deck to the surface of the building. All right, so this is documented here. You know, it's documented many times, and especially in text messages to other engineers where they know what I'm doing. But don't steal my shit, man. You know, grow the hell up. Go back to doing your little small building projects, you know, looking for little things. But don't steal my shit. All right, guys, what do you think? Take care. I obviously don't like this, you know, and thank you for you guys for sharing it. And I guess I should show you the comments, so that would be comments. I don't know if it's on this channel or the other one. Let's look at the comments. Published. Wow, the demonstration. 12 hours ago. Okay, so let's check the other channel. Yeah. You know, stop stealing my shit. You're out of your depth. Just leave this alone and go back to doing your own building stuff. You know, stop stealing other people's stuff, man. You know, go get on a diet or something. Go eat some Twinkies or whatever the hell you eat. I know some of you guys are overweight too, but you know, you got to allow me to have a little fun here. YouTube Studio. Yeah. So then I go to comments. So here we are in comments, and let's see, published. I think I already published a couple of them. So a couple of people wrote me. Let's see if it's You have an email? I can send. Okay. Thank you for the video. Okay, I'll look at the email. Perhaps you should. Would be interesting to see. Thanks, Kai. Rust removal. Time to head to Florida. So good. 5 hours ago. Oh. I responded to. How about I responded to? This is work. Google just rigs it up like this. You can't even see all the comments. Still confused. Okay. Thank you for the time. Right. John sent it to me 3 hours ago. Just noticed something on the BI Guys channel. Comes 1 day after your video. Delete this comment. Nope, I won't delete it. It can stay. It can stay. I just used some of it. Volume was off. I was around a loud crowd. Yes, I am now officially jacked. Meaning, somebody jacked you. It's crazy. There's a couple more people that say the same thing in the comments. Some of them I deleted. I just left this one up. That, yeah, now I'm officially jacked. All right, take care, guys. Bye.